So we're doing a video on Maddox, asking him questions about diabetes. Go ahead, Maddox.
Says how long have you had type 1 diabetes? About 4 years now. I've been handling it well, I guess. Of course there's some bad things to it, but I can always handle it. I really haven't had a terrible moment where I have passed out, but hopefully it doesn't happen in the future. How did you find out you had it? To be honest, I was peeing every 15 minutes to the point where we had to keep track of it. Like, it was getting worrisome. And then the point where we made the move to go to the doctors was when I had blurry vision, which was pretty bad. And, of course, all the other symptoms, but those are the main two ones. What was it like being at the hospital? It was my first time being, like, critically getting supported, and I needed, like, an IV and all that. It was like a scary time. I guess I was younger, but I just got through it. It was fun. Before you knew it, I was already out, and I had to learn all about diabetes, blood sugar handling, insulin, needles, all that. What was going through my mind? Same thing I just said, but I was kind of sad in the car when we went to a smaller foundation for like children's hospital, and they got my pee sample and they were freaking out and told us to go to the what is it called?
St. Mary's Children's.
St. Mary's Hospital, which is larger. I wasn't really scared. I mean, I didn't know how big it would be. I didn't even know this was a disease. I thought diabetes was for fat people and just large people. I didn't even know there was two types. I thought it was just something we could cure, and the next day I would be fine, but it led up to here. Do I have any devices that help me with my diabetes? Yes, I have two. I used to wear one on my arm right here, but now I put them both on like my back, hip, or back and butt part, and like in between. When I had them on my arm and I played tackle football, you could imagine all the injuries I had, and it hurt. How do they help you? One of them keeps monitor of my blood sugar continuously, all times, 24/7, unless it like doesn't have a reading because I'm sitting awkwardly, and the other one delivers insulin. What makes me go low, and how does it feel to be low? Well, I'm sure you guys have always gone without food for like a large amount of time. Sometimes it feels like I need food, and then other times I just absolutely don't want to eat, but I really feel like everything's tingly in my body. I'm sluggish. I don't want to get out. If I'm like sitting down, I don't want to get up, and yeah, I really need to eat. And the opposite, as if I'm high, I guess I'm more active. My throat starts to get really dry. Water really helps. I'm really craving water. I crave food, which is terrible if I eat food while I'm high, which makes it go even more, which kind of sucks. I do play sports. I did mention I play tackle football, which doesn't really have an impact on me. I guess I get through it. There's nothing that really stops me.
Does playing football affect your blood sugars?
Later on, maybe even 12 hours later, it starts to go down. Exercise, oddly enough. I really don't know much into it, but do my friends know I have it? Of course. It's a pretty big thing. I need to tell them. I don't tell them right off the bat if they're new friends, but I do end up telling them. Why do I want to go to Friends for Life in Orlando? I never really encounter other people with diabetes to talk to. They're usually like my grandparents, the ones with type 2, and they're just asking me some questions, but they barely know about my disease, so it's fun to talk to other people who actually know about it. Do you learn things there? I learn a lot there. I learn about the new technology going to happen, and hopefully end up finding a cure or something. How long Diabetes hasn't really changed me at all, but oddly enough, when I began my life as like 5 through 10, I really wanted to be a military soldier, and I think what changed that, I cannot ever be in any sort of military force besides like cops, because I'm insulin dependent, and I really wanted to be in the military. Well, like I think it was God's plan to change that, and I guess He told me, Maddox, I have a better plan for you, so I can't be in that, and that's how it changed my life. I think there will be a cure. I don't think it will be in my lifetime though. Maybe it will, but I don't think it will. I will, however, love the new technology with